6, new rhythms. Rhythm is musical time. It refers to the duration of sound from a note. So far we learned quarter note, half note, dotted half note, and whole note. Today we're going to learn a eighth note. So it is a rhythmic notation that is shorter than a quarter note. So duration for one single eighth note is half of a beat. So basically half count of a quarter note. And this is how you draw single eighth note. Note head, stem, and flag. Okay, you need 3 things to draw eighth note. Like I said, it only has half of a beat. That's the length of a single eighth note. Here we also have a rest signs, which is part of music. As you all know, music is made up of sounds and silences. And sound is indicated with the notes. The rhythmic notes such as eighth note, quarter note, half note, dotted half note, and whole note. The rest signs that we learned so far are quarter rest, half rest, and whole rest. And today, another new one called eighth rest. So the value again will be same, half of a beat. Okay, so this is eighth rest sign, this is eighth note sign, which you should know how to draw them. Today we're gonna learn a song titled The King's Court on page 88. Here you go, and we are gonna learn how to play this. Let's check the time signature for 4 times. And as you notice, we gotta have a 4 beats per measure, and quarter note receives 1, and eighth notes receive half of a quarter note. So every time you have an eighth note and eighth rest in your piece, your counting should be 1 N. That it's gonna be 1 count, 2 N, another count, 3 N, 4 N. This will be consistent throughout the piece. So that's gonna be your counting for this piece. 1 N, 2 N, 3 N, 4 N. Okay? Please keep speaking the counting as you practice for a few times until you really get the concept of this new rhythmic notes called eighth notes, and also the rest sign, the eighth rest. Okay? The key signature is gonna be G major. How we know this? Because we got 1 sharp sign. This means you're gonna have every F note sharp. So I'm gonna go over every F note for my bass notes and all the treble notes. If it's F, you automatically need to put the sharp sign to it, like this, okay? So first 2 lines, we got F sharps here, bar 3, another one on bar 6, correct? 5, 6, no, actually bar 7, line 2, third measure. And we have F sharp for the right hand, the treble notes here when we get to the D7 chord. So I'm gonna circle that, or you could put the sharp sign. Another one here on line 4, bar 3, okay? Here, last one. Yes, we get a block D7 chord for both hands. Left hand, D7, right hand, D7, including the F sharp here at the bottom. So before we do anything, we should definitely review our 3 chords that we learned from music, from the beginning piano 1. G chord, G, B, D in G position, right? And C chord, G, C, E. And here's the D7 chord, which you find here at the end, right? So spell as F sharp, C, D. That's your left hand, finger number 5, 2, 1. For your right hand, same spelling as F sharp, C, D. And your finger number will be thumb on F sharp. And 4 on C, 5 on D, okay? Practice hands separately for these 3 chords, G, C, and D7. Left hand, same thing, G, C, D7. This is all review, okay, from the previous semester. And you're gonna block them here together, okay, and stay for 4 counts. There's also a sign that you must be aware of. Da, capo, or fine. Here, for the last measure on this page, we have a sign, Italian sign term called da capo, D-A, capo, C-A-P-O. Da capo means you go back to the beginning, very beginning, and until you see a sign called fine, which we see here on the second line. Fine means the end. You're done, you're finished. So the order of performance for this piece is from the beginning, you go all the way to the end. So line 1, 2, 3, 4. So since we got the capo sign, we have to go back to the beginning and replay first 2 lines and finish here on fine sign. It makes sense, right? So that's gonna be your performance order. And we need to be strong because you have a forte dynamics and we want steady march beat. So you gotta really feel more majestic marching like spirit throughout the piece. Without doing anything, I'm gonna play it first without speaking. So you listen to the piece and get the spirit first, okay? We're gonna be in march spirit and show the King's Court. Here we go. So here's my prep count with all the ace note and ace rest. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... And this is what you should do in your recordings. Play through from beginning to the end, go back to beginning because of the capo sign, and finish on fine. This will be your one-time playing. This is what I want in your recording. So let's talk about the practice method. How we're gonna practice. Number 1, I suggest you practice your left hand first, okay? As you count along, which is very simple. You only got, start from the beginning, here's your left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and there's a simple D. Keep moving and counting. There's that F sharp with 6, and you have a harmonic fifths. Here, second line, fifths again, and you got D, 2 and 3 and 4 and 6 with F sharp, and you have a G chord basically broken. Now we're gonna move on. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and those are rest. Rest, rest. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and repeat, right? G, basically G broken. Now D7, rest, and here's that block D7 I mentioned. You got it? So I want you to practice your left hand like this until you get them. It could be 20 times, 100 times. Just know your accompaniment part. We need to balance between melody and accompaniment. As you notice, your left hand is basically doing accompaniment. Right hand carries the melody. So here's your right hand. Step number 2, practice your right hand separately. The melody part, as you count along like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and slur. So connect them. Now make sure you show all these rests, and again legato. I'm really looking for those rests in between the ace notes, which is ace rest, and I'm looking for the legato. Connect for the 4 ace note followed by the half notes. Same thing. You need to really watch all these details in from your music, okay? Let me continue. Right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G, stay, 3, 4, okay? So after practice your right hand and put your left hand together and take a slow tempo at first. Like maybe this slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and do you see how slow I'm playing? You should even do slower tempo. Set the tempo first and please stay on the tempo. And then once you get comfortable, you could pick up the tempo to be more marchy-like. maybe moderato. Okay, if it's a metronome, I'll probably put on like 80, 70 or 80 first. And if you get comfortable, you could probably push up to 100, okay? By the way, let's go down here. This is basically a chord progression, which I showed you a little ago. C chord, but what I want you to take a look is the articulations. We have a slur sign up to here. So 1 and 2 and all connected, but 3 and 4, we got double note with the staccato sign. I hope you will see this small dot, right? That was a staccato sign, which means you need to play detached. So slow motion, let me show you the first C chord. 1 and 2, left hand, right hand comes, and here's 3 with staccato. There's a rest. Another one. Do you see that? So you have to practice this right hand bouncing up from the key for those 2 staccato notes. Do you get it? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and there's your block G. Okay? Little tip about the D7 broken chords here. When you play the F sharp with thumb, please move your hands slightly higher position so your short thumb be on your F sharp, the black key, easily. Make sense? If you try to play F sharp from here, from down here, it'll be harder. So simply you raise your wrist higher and place your hands more towards the inner part of the key. So you have your thumb on the black key, the F sharp, easy. Okay, it's gonna land here, very simple and easy, and you go. There's the 2 staccatos and the block G. And good news is the last line, the ending line, is exactly same as the line 3, except for the ending part. This is where you have a D7 chord, both end, block. One thing to notice is a dynamic change. We have a forte for the first 2 lines, and we got mezzo forte here, and the mezzo piano. So you need to show me the contrasting dynamics here. Okay, like I show you in my playing. I want you to play this whole line 3 with more energy, and the staccato must show, right? And then be softer. Same thing. Make sure you show the articulation that we just talked about. The legato versus staccato. Okay, I talked about so many things in this one piece, right? The new rhythmic notation called the 8th notes, and also rest signs. And you gotta play this piece. Practice until you get comfortable, and make sure it's presentable, and record the entire piece from beginning to the end. It means you play everything and go back to beginning, finish here on fine sign, and that'll be your recording assignment. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please watch the video as many times as you need. If you're not sure what you're doing, simply rewatch it. Okay, that's gonna help you, I promise. So I'll see you in next video.